Hello everyone, Drew Wilson of Your Era Gamer here. Today we are going to be traveling to the year of 2009. This is when the PlayStation 3 game Ratchet Clank: A Crack in Time was released. This is the 7th main installment to this franchise. So I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's check this one out. And a quick note, I did finish playing Ratchet Clank Tools of Destruction. Great game, highly recommend it. So this game definitely taking place after the events of the last game. For those of you who are keeping track, I did everything I could to find Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. Obviously, there is one problem with getting that game, and that is a very rare game to find. Like, there wasn't very many discs. It was mostly an online offering. Cool. So, yeah. This is, I've been having a lot of really good luck with this particular franchise so far. A lot of great games in this franchise in general. So. I don't know why that voice sounds familiar. It's like I've heard that voice before somewhere along the line, but I can't remember.
Time anomalies detected on planet proceeding.
A very standard thing is collecting all these bolts. Yeah, you get a lot of these bolts, and at the same time, it costs a lot to buy anything. Oh, that's new, actually. I remember it was just one. Yeah, I don't remember that being a thing in the previous game where you could actually do like a, I guess a triple jump is a little bit of a misnomer. This is 5 jump. I don't know. It's confusing. Every little bit counts. In previous games, like those bolts are basically the currency of the game. Alright. And I'll go in the standard direction. Yeah, these slow motion things. It was. These are generally something that was kind of new in the previous game, the Tools of Destruction. I don't believe there was very many slow mo things before that. I could be misremembering. It's been a while. Really, I should be playing these more often. This is so much fun. I'm gonna guess that's a no deal. Platforming. My way through this? Cool. We are making progress, and that's the main thing.
Keep moving and don't let them anywhere near the chamber. Clock integrity critical.
Okay. Well, let's move on then. Cool.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized.
And there's my first achievement. So for some context, a bit of a spoiler alert for those who haven't played Tools of Destruction, which is a pretty old game, but essentially Ratchet and Clank got separated in the previous game. And that's how Clank is basically separated from Ratchet.
This is your home, the great clock, a marvel of science and sorcery, engineered by the brightest Sony in all of existence, and constructed.
So
in the exact
this definitely continues on with this game, or the last game that is.
50 feet.
I am curious. What lie did you tell the Zoni in your quest for vengeance?
Vengeance. You think I went to all this?
Now, one aspect that is well known in games, I suspect it's going to be returning in this particular game, was I guess you could say it's a new game plus. Essentially, you get a multiplier for bolts collected. So, for every enemy you defeat, you get a multiplier. But if you get hit, then your multiplier resets to 1, I believe, 1 or 2. I think it was 1. But the reason why that's such a huge thing is because a lot of things that you bought in the New Game Plus is significantly more expensive, so you get paid like millions of dollars for a upgraded version of some of your weapons. So that was a really fun element, and I wish while doing these reviews I could actually fully play through a New Game Plus. I just don't have the time for that, but it always struck me as something that was always kind of fun, and I got to toy around with that a little bit by beating a level or two doing that. But unfortunately,
So huge, in fact, that if you lost your car keys in it, they would be almost impossible to find. Luckily for
that was a reference to Star Trek Next Generation.
Quark was on the case. His mission: rescue the Lombax's one and only friend. Yep, without Clank, Ratchet was alone in the universe. Alone. Alone. Alone.
You realize this ship has an ejector seat, right?
Sorry. I guess you could say I've been a little antsy in my fancy at the thought of getting back into the hero business.
Yep, the standard humor is definitely in this again.
Stable too long.
That's one thing that was always a big seller for me, was the fact that it had a good sense of humor.
Cowan says this sector's crawling with mercenaries.
Rest easy, my friend. My vigilance is both eternal and peripheral.
Warning. Warning. Unidentified anomaly detected.
It isn't just the humor that made the game great, but it certainly helped.
Oh no, we're gonna die.
But
We're gonna die.
yeah,
Everything
I had a feeling that you're gonna be. I was going to be.
Negative. Stabilizers.
I lost my train of thought.
Thrusters off.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. Kind of curious when I was going to take the role of. Yeah. It was gonna happen sooner or later if I get to take control of Ratchet, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen for this video. So, yeah. So I guess that is it for the video. Wish I could pause this, but that's okay.
Clean underwear.
Airbags for a spaceship, that's hilarious. Anyway, I was just so I'm kind of interested to see how this game develops. Like, if it plays anything like the previous game, then I would say, yeah, it's probably a shoo-in to be a pretty good experience in my view. There we go. Get to pause. So far, it plays very much similarly to the previous games, which is to me a good sign. And the thing is, with like games that are like either really similar or really different from previous installments, sometimes I know as game developers like to, rejig a whole formula, even though the previous formula was totally workable. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. And in this case, like sometimes maybe more of the same works because the formula always worked and it always made for a really good game. So, I mean, I hate to say that I'm hoping for more of the same, but in this case, I mean, same has been fun for, I don't know, many installments now, I would say, probably since the PlayStation 2 games. So, and I can imagine that it would be somewhat similar. Just continuing on with the storyline, all it really takes sometimes. But yeah, really looking forward to this particular game. And but enough about me. I wanted to hear from you. For those of you who have played this game, what did you think? Was this a another really good installment to the franchise? Was it maybe a bit of a more forgettable title for you? Yeah, let us know in the comments below. For those of you who haven't played this game but have played other installments in the game franchise, what did you think of what you saw? Was this does this look like something you might be interested in playing, or maybe you're more into the newer installments because, modern graphics, that sort of thing, that's more your style? Let us know. And for those of you who haven't played any of these games at all and are kind of wouldn't mind trying, or maybe, well, let's try that again. For those of you who haven't played this game and then any of the games in this franchise, what did you think of this particular video? Does this look like a game that you'd be interested in playing, or is the whole concept of collectathon a bit of an old, outdated kind of game mechanic for you? Or maybe this is kind of an interesting game for you to try. Like, yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think. So I guess that is all for now, and until next time, what is your era?